Jesus went to the other side of the Sea of Galilee, also known as the Sea of Tiberias. A large crowd kept following him, for they had seen the signs that he had done for the sick. Jesus went up the mountain and sat down with his disciples. Now, the Passover, the festival for the Judeans, was near. And when Jesus looked up and saw a large crowd coming towards him, he said to Philip, "Where are we to buy enough bread for these people to eat?" He said this to test him, for he himself knew what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 6 months' wages wouldn't be enough to buy enough bread for everyone to get just a little bit. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, "There is a boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But well, what is that among so many people?" Jesus said, "Make the people sit down." Now there was loads of grass in that place, so they sat down, about 5,000 of them. And Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he gave them out to those who were sat down. He did the same with the fish, and they all had as much as they wanted. When they were satisfied, he told his disciples, "Go and gather up all the pieces of bread and fish that are left over, so that none of it may be lost." So they gathered them up, and from all the bits and pieces left over from the 5 barley loaves, they filled 12 baskets. When the people saw the sign that he had done, they began to say, "This is indeed the prophet who has come into the world." When Jesus realized that they were about to come and take him by force and make him king, then he withdrew again by himself to the mountainside. When evening came, his disciples went down to the lake. They got into a boat and they set sail across the lake to Capernaum. It was now dark, and Jesus had not yet come to them. The lake became rough because a strong wind was blowing. And when the disciples had rowed 3 or 4 miles, they saw Jesus walking on the lake, drawing near to the boat. And they were terrified. But he said to them, "I am. Do not be afraid." They wanted to take him into the boat, and immediately they reached the land towards which they were going.